Well then, ladies and gentlemen, yes guys, we're back. We are finally back. It's only been a month. We're sorry, okay? You've had the live streams. You haven't missed any Chelsea games, although we've not all been there for both of them. But the videos are back. Eunice, mate, I've got some information for you. First of all, I personally think you can't say Happy New Year to someone after, like, the 7th of January. I think it just gets a bit weird after that. And obviously I've seen you already, but I will give you the Happy New Year awkward start to 2026 for the channel.
I mean, thank you, but oh my God, it's been 84 years.
It's been a long time.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you said it's been a month.
It's been a whole month.
Nah, mate, it's been a year.
It's actually, I can confirm, it's
It
been
feels
longer.
like a lifetime,
It's
bro.
been longer than a month since we filmed a video because I was in England this time a month ago. Today.
You were.
Mental stuff. But I've got some breaking news for all of you lot because you might have noticed, you might not have done because it isn't that exciting, but we've been posting predictions to the community page here on the channel. And by all accounts, George Benson has gone on a steamrolling rampage in the last 3 game weeks. And the scores are now George 10, Eunice 7. And Eunice is calling VAR.
I've got a call, so I've got to go.
It's the Senegalese government over there. They're claiming corruption. I can confirm. I've won the last 3 weeks. And this week, we did predictions again. I had a couple of correct score lines. But top line, mate, forget the scores right now because you're back now. We're in the studio. I'm just going to simply say that I got lucky. Because now that we're here and we can discuss it, I think you're going to pull your A game back.
See, he knows.
I'm too used to Liam Rossini now, mate.
I'm gonna like, you know what? Fair play. They let you off. You've had your day in the sun. It's about to get cloudy.
It's a bit cloudy here in Dubai at the moment too.
It's nice.
Great time to come, by the way.
Yeah, it's nice.
Just don't rent a car, please. You don't need more traffic. I'm looking at the Premier League table. I'm going to throw you a couple of stats before we go through the Manchester Derby as game number 1.
Let's.
So, out of the last 20 matches that the current top 4 have played, can you guess how many wins the top 4 have had in those 20 games?
So, for context, 20 games amongst the top 4. How many of those games have been won?
Yes, so
By
Arsenal,
those
Man
teams
City,
in the top 4.
Yeah, Arsenal, City, Villa and Liverpool. 20 matches.
Yeah.
How many have they won?
It should be about 12, 13?
You'd think maybe 15
Yeah.
for the top 4. 7.
Amazing.
Arsenal haven't won in 2. City haven't won in 4. Villa have won 2 out of 5. And Liverpool have drawn 4 in a row. Like, is this not the worst Premier League season ever?
Or is it not the best Premier League season ever?
I can't say it's been the best because I'm not entertained by the football anymore. Because I think the last 5 Premier League games I've sat and watched, 4 of them have been 0-0. And they've not just been like... Sometimes a 0-0 can be fun. It can be exhilarating. It can be end-to-end. There can be cards. There can be crossbars. It can be nitty-gritty, to use your words on you. It's been rubbish.
What, are you not entertained by passing out at the back?
No. I'm not entertained by that. Like...
Are you not entertained by the ultra long throws that everyone's attempting now?
I appreciate the weaponization of a long throw.
Bloody love
I do. I think Coyote of Brentford is the reincarnation of Rory Delap,
Yep.
Liam's father.
Legitimately, I think with an upgrade. Got
Yeah.
something in his arm that's
Bro,
kind of an
he's
upgrade.
a big boy.
It's ridiculous.
I'll just ask Garnacho, mate. He's still on the floor at Stamford Bridge, apparently. Just outmuscled off every single take on. But let's stop moaning about the Premier League and let's talk about one game that actually did hit the heights of expectation. Manchester United 2, Manchester City 0. Should have been 3-0. I think Mount's goal should stand.
I don't get why I was disallowed.
Bro.
Why?
The reason is because referees are incompetent.
Like, you got to be blind to not give that.
Honestly.
I don't know. But it's amazing how an upset like this can happen, isn't it?
I think...
It's amazing, by the way, calling Manchester United winning a football match an upset. Like, that's where they've headed to.
Carrick deserves the job after this.
You mentioned Carrick. Can I mention there's something very, very smart that I only figured. Was it when we were watching towards the end, or I came across it afterwards? You know who his assistant is?
Who?
Steve Holland.
Very smart. Steve Holland knows how to get a team right up towards the top of the Prem.
Very, 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 very smart assistant hire that.
Yeah.
That is what's going to save Carrick's skin. 100%.
Man United just were very good in this game. I think the intensity that they played with was fantastic. I think Patrick Dorgu as a left winger is a masterstroke. I think Dalot might be one of the worst footballers I've ever seen play for a so-called Big Six team. How this guy plays for Manchester United blows my mind.
Say that for half the squad.
Yeah, Dalot in particular for me is the poster boy of that kind of narrative.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you about Man City really, because this was the most nothing game from them. They didn't have a shot on target, which I don't know the stat, but when was the last time City didn't have a shot on target in a game of football? Haaland was a passenger. He got substituted. And Pep Guardiola looked like he had no answers for Manchester United in this game. And they're 7 points behind Arsenal now. What are they going to do? They can't win the league playing like this.
No, you can't. It's weird because you don't expect City to win every game, but you expect them to play and dominate in a certain way at least. Mate, they were absent. Like nothing. Do you know what I mean? Not even a little bit. Like nothing. United wiped the floor with them. And I don't know if there's an element of it, which is a new manager bounce, new energy. Carrick is a respected player, old player at United, the respected head, let's say. Like I've said, he's coming with a good team around him. I'm not surprised United look better, but I'm shocked that City looked like, you know, a championship side trying to attempt to play at Old Trafford. It felt that way. And with everything that they have at their disposal, what has worked for them not too long ago, you didn't even see a fraction of that against Man United. They were completely nullified, which is credit to United. But you ain't going to win a Premier League like this, that's for sure. I don't know, they have to... It'd be very easy to come on now and say, you know what, now City won't win the league. But there's also the other side that we're going to talk about where, you know, they have to do their jobs.
They do, and they didn't. We'll get to Arsenal. There's a trio of there's 2 nil-nils. I just saw that there's not. But should we move on to Chelsea?
Well, no, about City, first and foremost, I do want to say, it's going to be curious. I'm curious to see what this reaction is going to be like now. Because they've got the squad. They've got players that are unbelievable. Yeah. And on their day, they're pretty much unbeatable. But I'm shocked to see how far low they really went against Man United. And I know there's speculation on Pep. We mentioned we're probably going to talk about this, right? No, he's not going to walk next week. There's this rumor going around that came out of being the English lot that he's walking next week. No. But
it looks great if he does.
It'd be hilarious
to make it. It's like what I do on the streams. Yeah, 5-4. No one ever remembers what I say, but trust me, you will remember if I get it right, because I will clip it up.
But the end of the season, and this is what it's all leading up to, can City give one last push to win a title under Pep? Because at the end, I do think it could be the end of Pep, but we'll see.
Do you want to know something mad?
What?
Last time we were here, Enzo Maresca was Chelsea gaffer. And now he might go to Man City.
Off to City.
Bro, what's happened? The world has actually been dropped on its head in the last month, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Realistically.
We're that meme, you know, where you walk in with the pizzas and it's just fire and chaos.
Yeah.
And we're just like...
28 days later.
Yeah.
Come out of the hospital, mate, and we're like, well, where's everybody gone? Well, I don't know what we're looking at.
We've had how many? 2 managers that have been sacked. A third is on the way. Thomas Frank's under pressure. But it's carnage.
Yeah.
Glasner, we're gonna get to that. It's the whole thing's messed up, mate.
We missed a lot of video potential actually. Maresca going, we could have done a shootout episode on that. Ruben Amorim going. I mean, we've been calling this for weeks prior to this, to be honest. I think it was people will always look at the first game after a new manager and call it straight vindication for sacking
I agree, and it's not.
It's not, but it kind of is.
For this circumstance, yeah. I think Amorim didn't help himself because he was just so stubborn. But the issues he raised, I think, are completely correct as well.
Yeah. I think Manchester United and Chelsea will see repeat patterns with managers saying certain things, the cycle continues.
Head coaches.
Yes, correct. I had permission to slap you the other
Do you
day.
want? Yeah, I might have to slap
me.
you.
We can arm wrestle across the table. Let's move on to Chelsea Brentford because that was another 2-0 home win. And again, like of all of the top six, Chelsea and Manchester United, the only ones winning this weekend, and they're 5th and 6th respectively. This game was a weird one, wasn't it? But
Yeah.
I will say top line, great result. Clean sheet, 2 goals scored, 2 good goals scored. And I think if this game was played out 10 more times and it went the same, we'd have lost 8 of those.
100%.
Because Brentford,
100%.
I've never seen Brentford look so shoddy in front of goal. And I think by all accounts, that makes us quite lucky.
Without a doubt. We didn't play well. Brentford, relatively, played well. But my goodness, they couldn't finish to save their lives on that day. As you've said, 8 times out of 10, we get destroyed. And it wasn't even a case of, oh, Brentford had 1 or 2 clear-cut chances. They had tons, of just good opportunities that they just didn't want to put away. We'll take it. We'll take it all day long.
We've got to.
We'll take it all day long. And even the 2 goals, they landed on our laps. There were 2 Brentford mistakes. Silly mistakes as well.
Yep.
Again, we'll take it because we needed something. Especially right now, Liam Rossini walks in, regardless of how the game had gone for him right now, that sense of stability that I'm sure he wants is to, okay, let's pick up the 3 points and let's try and build something from there. That's probably his mindset and how he's looking at it. So we'll take it all day long. But, yeah, is that sustainable going forward, especially with the calendar? No. Brentford have to do better, though. Without question, Brentford have to do better because Brentford did themselves a disservice by playing the way they did and being on the front foot, but not putting anything to bed. Any stronger team would have done it.
I think so. Brentford's thing in their favour is, as much as all of the Premier League love a draw right now, Brentford don't. They've only drawn 3 out of 22, which is the lowest amount of draws in the Premier League. So Brentford, if they can keep picking up enough wins... The crazy thing is, right, this Champions League conversation is mind-blowing. Like, Aston Villa and City are both on 43, but I still consider them way too out of touch and reach right now. From Liverpool in 4th on 36 points, all the way down to Leeds in 16th on 25, 11 points. That is literally just 1 month of games that could potentially turn it around for, like, going down or going up the league.
Yep.
It's absolutely insane, isn't it?
And even in the very short term future, if you 1 or 2 games, 1 or 2 results can send you either 8 places up the table or 8 places down the table.
Yes.
It's unbelievable.
This is why, as Chelsea fans now, if you look at our next few fixtures, we have to win these games. Like, we have a really nice Premier League run now.
You say this. But we're in a place which is crazy. If we had like really strong teams to play against, I think as a fan base we'd be more confident with that than we are with the running that we got in at the moment.
Probably.
Even though on paper it looks like, these are all 3-pointers. Because that's where we just give it away.
Yeah. I genuinely think this has probably been, the time that we've been off of this channel has probably been the most chaotic Chelsea month ever.
Yeah.
Like, maybe ever. I think we outdo ourselves all the flipping time.
We do. We're very unique.
It's embarrassing by default. I'm sorry. It's just a joke at this point. Yeah. But let's move on to Leeds and Fulham because Leeds left it late, but Lucas Demicha scores, and that got me a perfect score prediction. I said 1-0.
You did?
And Leeds have won again. And Leeds are since we made that Leeds video, I'm so happy we did that because everything that we said in that video has come true. Ash is delighted with it. His LinkedIn blew up off the back of that. So thanks to you lot. No, he actually did. He told me,
kidding.
I can't say who it was with, but he actually got a great meeting off the back of it. Yeah.
No way.
Not off the back of our shout out, but just
about
going
to
around
say.
promoting his LinkedIn. Really smart guy. We'll get him back
Shout
on.
out to Ash's LinkedIn.
Big up. Big up. But it's a big result because Fulham Fulham could have been level on points with Chelsea if they'd have won this.
Yeah.
That's how tight this all is now. And for Leeds, with Forest drawing with Arsenal, which is a good result, West Ham winning at Spurs, this is a huge victory for them because they're now 8 points ahead of West Ham, who are 18th in the Premier League. Burnley, they've only lost 2 of their last 5, and Wolves have only lost 1 of their last 5. So like we're currently just like ordering more soil to bury them, but we've just delayed it slightly to give them a chance to do something miraculous.
It's in transit.
It is
There's been a hold up at the depot.
from the soil shop.
Exactly.
You guys know the drill.
We don't have much soil here in the UAE, so you've got to import a lot of it in. Do you know what I mean? So if not,
Yeah.
we'd use sand.
Absolutely. Eunice was telling me stories today about like self-combusting trees as well. Just to change the topic, because we're about to hit a run of draws in a minute. So, just trying to get AVD up a little bit for the channel.
Yes, self-combusting trees are a thing that's coming to Dubai in the future, according to the Museum of the Future.
Not a paid plug, just very cool place.
No, I went during the time we weren't making any content on it, and it was unbelievable. I couldn't believe my eyes.
Fantastic.
So
A
I
bit
recommend.
like Leeds' turn of form, really.
Now, Leeds, I do want to say, everything that we've outlined about Leeds, in that run where they had against a couple of the really good teams, us included. I say really good teams. But they've really rectified themselves since that point. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
Fark he was under pressure. He was this close to getting fired.
Yeah.
Boom. All of a sudden, everything is looking on the up. And I think lessons have been learned at manager level and at player level in terms of their setup and how they do go about their structure. I think they look a lot better now. They just need to keep it up.
Fully agree. Liverpool 1, Burnley 1.
This is blasphemous.
This is harrowing if you're an Arsenal fan. I'm looking at the attack momentum, right?
You're an Arsenal fan.
Liverpool fan. Did I say Arsenal?
Yeah, like
Teething.
They're going to be happy. I don't know what you're on about.
We're coming back. Yeah, Arsenal will be delighted with this. Not that it really matters because Liverpool are too far away anyway. But like I'm looking at this game, utter dominance from Liverpool. Maybe 2 moments for Burnley, scored a goal. The weirdest thing I think about Liverpool, and again, this shows how long we've been out of this studio. Florian Wirtz was the joke of the team when we last spoke. Now he's like the best player, the most informed player, and everybody else sucks. So Liverpool's season has just been a constant mess of players underperforming. They clearly miss Hugo Ekitike, who did come back for this game, but he didn't look 100%.
They look sharp, yeah.
But Wirtz seems to have found his feet a little bit now. And Liverpool haven't lost for a long time, which I think that was the thing that we were saying about them before. It's like, it's just L after L after L. But to draw 1-1 at home to Burnley, fair play to Burnley. Former Chelsea boy Bashir Humphreys with the man of the match performance.
Shout out to him.
Big up Bashir.
Nice lad.
But Liverpool have got to, like, how can you justify this result? Especially with everyone else screwing up around them.
No, you can't. And there's pressure on Arnie Slot now. We know. Is he next? Just saying.
Okay, comments. Let us know. Who's the next? It's got to be Frank, isn't it?
I think Frank's now gotten ahead. Yeah, I think Frank's in big trouble.
I'm surprised he's in a job.
They've decided not to sack him.
Wait, that's come out already?
Yeah, according to reports yesterday, they've decided not to sack him, although the board is split and there is people now at the hierarchy at Tottenham that do want him gone. Which is crazy. Like, it just goes to show. Should this hire have even happened in the first place? Do you know what I mean? Everyone wants to chase the new shiny toy, and everyone wants to go to the new modern manager that looks like, oh, he's killed it in one team that, well, not even killed it, but he looks like he's done something revolutionary. So let's bring him in now because he's ready when he's not.
Yeah.
And that's just everyone's approach now, which is crazy. And now Tottenham are paying the price. But with Liverpool, I think Arnie Slot is struggling now. And I think the squad isn't responding as well as they should. I do think that there's a sense of, I don't want to say down in tools, it's not, but what Arnie Slot is implementing on this team is not working.
No.
As far as I'm concerned.
It just doesn't look balanced.
No. Well, I say lose. This game, tons of opportunity as well. I saw that XG was like 3.19, I think, to 0.4 for like Burnley, end up 1-1. They didn't even have a big chance. Do you know what I mean? I'm just talking stats here. But when you look at the game, Liverpool just... There was no answer from them.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Very passive.
Exactly. Very, very passive.
Sunderland 2, Palace 1. Now, this was a great game of football. Some of the goals in this game were...
Great goals.
Fantastic. Crystal Palace took the lead with Jeremy Pino in the first half. Lovely little finish, by the way. You've got to be really quite smart to do what he did. And then there was a disallowed goal from Mateta, which was also a rifled shot. And I didn't realise how bad Mateta has been numbers-wise this season. He's got 3 goals. I was saying about Chelsea should sign him. I still think they should, by the way. I'm not retracting the statement. I got rinsed for it. Of course, all the little Twitter minions were
Why'd you get rinsed?
running at me. I said, do it, because Mateta is potentially available.
Mateta will be class.
Fantastic. Thank you. I'm glad you agree with that. But he didn't score. And then Sunderland, Enzo Lefebvre scores what looks like if you were to draw a goal. That's the goal you would probably draw. And then Brian Brobby, who scores some fantastic late winners for Sunderland, by the way. Not that late, but he scores. And in the process of scoring the goal, he's literally cramped himself. So, not cramps. Just to clarify there. Maybe he did that as well. I don't know. I didn't see. But it's a great finish. And he dinks it over the keeper, and then all of his teammates are laughing at him. Great moment. But Sunderland, mate, like, it's at this point in the season, 22 games in, they're 9th in the table. They've only lost 5 out of 22 matches. They've drawn a hell of a lot of games, but who bloody hasn't at this point in time? I think we should actually talk about Palace, though.
Yeah.
Because Crystal Palace were a team who, alongside many teams weeks ago, it was... Eunice is throwing his phone on the floor here. I don't know what's going on, but he's got it back. Crystal Palace were one of those teams that you could be like, okay, good manager, difficult to break down, don't concede many goals. No reason in this, damn awful Premier League season that Palace can't go on a run and maybe even get a Champions League spot. Now, they could be relegation candidates with the way it's going there. Because Oliver Glasner's comments after the game blew my mind, really. Because he's basically said that he's been shoved under the bus, and he's publicly said that. If that was Chelsea, he'd have been out the door 5 seconds before he said
it. Yeah.
They'd have smelt it on his breath. He's like, he's going to say something bad here.
Yeah.
But, mate, what's happened?
Well, first and foremost, just to highlight, this is why it's important to always, in the Premier League, give it until after Christmas. In anything. Because if you look at the league table now and you actually talk about Palace in 13th and Bournemouth in 15th,
Mental.
whereas at the start of the season, after 6-7 games, they were both up there in the top 4 or close to the top 4.
Yeah, they were both in there at some
And
points.
everyone was like, oh, these guys, they're going to make Europe. Lads, chill.
Get in the bin.
You always need to give it until after Christmas to know exactly where things are heading. That's just the way it's always been. It will always remain that way. But Palace have self-imploded.
Yeah, they have.
They are fully self-imploded. And I do feel for them. When I say feel for them, I think their fans, Glasner. I do get what a club like Palace needs to do to generate. I mean, they get interest for a player like Gerhi or Eze before him and whatnot, and then they make that money. Okay, I understand that. But Glasner has come in with an idea of what he needs and what he wants to keep, and the club have gone, no, you're not doing it. You're not keeping him. And Eze's been sold. He puts up that ultimatum. If Gerhi goes, I'm gone, because now you're leaving me with nothing. They keep him, and then they've sold him, and he's gone, well, I'm going now anyway, so I'm going to say what I need to say. It's just a mess.
He's trying to get sacked, absolutely.
I've seen that theory, right? His contract is up at the end of the season anyway. Now, if he had like 2-3 years left, I'd be like, yeah, you're actively trying to get the payout. Now, I don't know what the contract is, but there's not much time left on there anyway. So I just feel like he's got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
If he leaves now, if he leaves at the end of the season, I think he's got a job lined up.
I think it's difficult, though, isn't it? And it's not just Palace that are in this situation. When you're a club like that, who have obviously just won an FA Cup, which is a highlight, like a peak moment for Crystal Palace.
And the Community Shield.
And the Community Shield, yeah. 2 trophies. And last summer, it's so difficult with FFP for any of these clubs that get like a sight of progression for them to actually go and do it.
This is why when people talk about FFP and, this helps the little teams.
Does it really?
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
No.
Everyone's restricted, but I'd argue the so-called littler teams are restricted even more.
Yeah. I think Palace could have been 2 or 3 more signings away from being like 6th right now.
I agree fully.
And this is the crazy thing.
Fully.
Like they're only 6 points off of Chelsea. So it's not like this season is doomed, but it feels like it is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, nice.
Like-
And they've been eliminated by Macclesfield in the cup,
That's
which is
peak.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of the cup, but still, come on.
Yeah, I think for Palace, it's like losing Eze was one thing, but now Gurhi's gone. I think they're going to really struggle to pick up from there.
Yeah.
I think it could be a big issue for them.
They have to start again fully, which
Yeah.
is, and they shouldn't have to. You
No.
know, you're in a situation where you should build on that.
This would have been the season to do it. Win the trophy. The rest of the Premier League, no one wants it. We said that last time we were here. Who wants it? No
Yeah.
one flipping wants it, mate. Awful. I'll tell you a team who really don't want it. But we always knew this anyway. Tottenham Hotspur. It's happened again. Tottenham 1, West Ham 2, 93rd minute. Callum Wilson. West Ham are probably they're probably the worst team in the league right now, performance-wise and form-wise. Even Wolves have been better than them recently. They beat them.
yeah.
They flipping beat them.
Yeah, I know.
And then West Ham have gone to Tottenham and won.
West Ham have been a mess. Even there's talk about Nuno. He just walked through the door.
Mate, what is going on?
And the Spurs lost.
Wait, hasn't Nuno gone? Or is he gone? Like, they got a new head. Someone else came in at West Ham at the weekend.
Hang on, have I like...
some coach came through. Like, it's West Ham are a mess, actually, just to put it in a nutshell. But Tottenham, I think, it's even worse. And people are saying how toxic it is there. Like, I've got a couple of mates who are Spurs fans, and I don't even think they've been going.
Oh, no, Nuno's there.
He's still there?
Yeah, he's there. He got booked. He got booked.
But yeah, I
was about to say, did I miss a memo or something? But no, yeah, he's still there. But yeah, they're a mess.
Tottenham, Conor Gallagher, broke my heart, not going to lie. I hate that. Just like, football moves too quick these days.
Yeah, we need to... this will be a good video as well, by the way, because I think it would be important to set the record straight. Right? Loyalty doesn't exist anymore.
Football's changed.
Throw it in the bin. And I don't even blame Gallagher. I get it. I'm disappointed, but I don't... He'll do what is best for his career. Like all players. You know, everyone that's expecting hardcore loyalty because of who they used to play for. No. They're going to look at what's best for their careers first. That's just how it is.
No, absolutely. Tottenham are in the mud. They've got Borussia Dortmund on Wednesday in the Champions League. Champions League predictions coming tomorrow. We're back now, so don't you worry. We've got you covered. But for Spurs, like, they're in free fall as well. They're 14th in the Premier League.
2 seasons in a row, by the way, they're in this sort of vicinity. It's catastrophic.
At this point, I've been saying this for years. Like, I've never believed that they're a big club. Can we just stop including it now? Like, why? It's not a shock.
Why are they the big six?
They're not. They're not. They're just not.
Yeah, they're not. They're
Leeds are a
actively
bigger
not.
football club than Tottenham Hotspur. They are. Newcastle are a bigger football club than Tottenham Hotspur. I'm not even kidding. Just because they got a nice fancy stadium and the beers pour from the bottom, it doesn't make you cool. You're rubbish.
Forest bigger than them?
Yeah, they've got European Cups.
2.
2 of them. Yeah, exactly.
You know, Everton bigger than them?
I just think this is a prime example of people just buying into whatever they're told. I've never bought into this Tottenham idea.
I mean, in this fixture itself, they were a shambles.
They're just so
absolute
toothless, aren't they?
shambles.
And I feel like they've got some really good players.
They do.
Like, Van der Ven is top 5 centre-backs in the Premier League. Romero, I think, is a class footballer when his head's screwed on.
Agreed.
Gallagher, I think, is a good signing. And this is the thing, right, with Tottenham. It's not like they signed bad players, or did they?
No.
Like, Xavi Simmons. Flipping heck, mate. If I had a tenner for every thumbnail I put him in last summer, I'd be rich, mate. I'd buy the studio.
Facts.
Flipping heck.
Kudus.
Fantastic footballer.
Yep.
It just don't work.
It just... it's the history of the Tottenham.
It's genetics.
It is. It's DNA.
Sometimes you can't help what you're born with.
I agree. And no, look, I think it's important to also clarify. Good players can be held back based on the environment that they're in.
Yes.
You know? Doesn't mean that they're crap players, though. But they look crap. But they're not.
Yeah.
You take that player and you stick him somewhere else, he explodes.
Ingrained mentality at the club.
And I feel like what Tottenham have done on paper looks fantastic in terms of some of the level of signings that they've got. But it's all very scattergun. There's no team there. It doesn't look like a team at all. It looks like nothing's been built.
Yeah.
It's just, it looks nice on the outside, and on the inside it's just completely hollow and dead and empty.
Yeah.
That's Tottenham.
But I think when you look, you can actually look at this with like 3 different pillars. You can have Thomas Frank, Tottenham and Brentford, for example. Brentford knew what the ceiling should be at the football club, built a culture, Thomas Frank led it, And then as soon as Frank leaves and Keith Andrews comes in, the culture remains because that's what they've spent so many years building. So Keith Andrews can come in at Brentford, and because Brentford is really well ran, they've got some really good players. They can lose all of their players, but they can buy others that are just as good, and nothing changes.
Yep, I
And
agree.
look at where they are. With Tottenham, you can take Thomas Frank, who everyone thought was great at Brentford. It was Brentford. And he was there for so long that, of course, that sustainability made it work. Plonk him in and put him in at Spurs, where the culture is rotten to the core, of course it doesn't work. Because sometimes, like, we've said this all year, like Kirkesh, great footballer at Bournemouth, because he's a Bournemouth player, and he's very good in that team. Does it mean he can go to Liverpool and become prime Andy Robertson? Nope.
No.
Absolutely not. And this is a managerial example of where that fits that story.
Yeah.
And it's, wow, I can't believe he's still in the job.
I mean, even with Tottenham, look, I think there's a massive identity crisis, right? And there's no easy way out, to quote the song from Rocky IV, right? There's what needs to be done is never going to be a quick fix at Tottenham. Do not expect anything from them for at least 3 seasons. Like, they need to, if they really, really want to be serious now, is get someone in that they're willing to just get completely behind, who's got some sort of stature, and just wait it out.
Pochettino?
I've seen the rumor, and apparently he's keen. You know what? He's probably the best guy that they can turn to right now.
I agree. What would Tottenham look like positioned inside of the Museum of the Future?
They wouldn't be in.
I love it.
They wouldn't be in
It's
there.
perfect. That's a great way to end the Tottenham West Ham segment. Well done, West Ham, but you're still going down. Forest 0, Arsenal 0.
You know what's mad?
If you lot are still here by the end of this video, you deserve a viewing for yourself.
Yeah, honestly,
well
we're
done.
just talking about a bunch of 0-0s now. It's
Yeah.
hilarious. It's crazy. This result is not a disaster result.
In the context.
But Arsenal fans will tell you this is a horrific result. And I get why. Even though, look, it's a 7-point gap. But it really should have been 9. And if it was 9, it would have been curtains.
Yeah.
And because it's not curtains, that's what's on everyone's mind now. And everyone's going, oh, crap, have we just done it again like they have for the last few seasons? I would say not yet, but yeah, Arsenal had it right there and they didn't seize it.
It's that point again, isn't it? Nobody wants it. And like Declan Rice, there's a clip of it. He was fantastic, by the way. Rice was really good.
He was.
And for England, Elliot Anderson was perfect as well. So that's the midfield for me. Rice and Elliot Anderson, both the 2 best players on the pitch by a country mile.
Yeah.
But Declan Rice, you see him, he's like every effing time when he's leaving the pitch, because every time City lose, they know it because City will lose and then Arsenal have their game. They never capitalise.
But you know what's mad? If you watch this game, it's not Arsenal didn't play badly. I'm gonna see like people say if they played badly or whatnot. No, they didn't. They peppered the goal. It was one of those days. It's not going in.
Nah.
You know when you do everything you can. They had tons of chances that you'd say they should have buried, and that's probably where the blame lies. Like a header from 6 yards out, just wide of the post. You have the whole goal there. What are you doing? You know, or it's one final pass that wasn't quite accurate, or it's a shot, keeper makes a good save, or it's again just wide of the post. The ball's just not going in. It's just not going in.
They need to realise something. Victor Gyökeres, cash in. Summer, get 40 million, cash in. It doesn't fit. Mikel Merino is way too good of a footballer to be playing on the bench behind him. I think Merino is one of Arsenal's best players.
It's mad, isn't it? You say that. Because the way that I see Merino being used, I think is fantastic.
It does work, but I think Gyökeres is a waste. It's like playing with 10 men.
It's crazy because Gyökeres is someone that we've seen it before. When he's up and running, he's up and running. But he's just not even close at the moment. Do you know
Came
what I mean?
off after 57 minutes for Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah. And this is the thing. Arsenal have options, which is great for them. Their squad and what they can turn to off the bench is class.
Mate,
It's
listen to
class.
these subs. 5 subs were made from Arsenal.
Yeah.
Trossard, Merino, Saka, Jesus, Eze. It's a joke. If this team does not win the league, my word, You and Tottenham can
Nah.
just like camp in the flipping graveyard in North London together, mate.
Bro, I've said it and I'll stick to it. If Arsenal do not win this league, right, liquidate.
They'll never win it.
No, yeah, facts. If you don't do it this year, you're never doing it. That's just how it is, you know. But yeah, they'll. I appreciate the one thing I do appreciate from Arsenal, and this goes for their players. You could see it, even Arteta, their fans. They got a point. They're 7 points clear, and they're all pissed off.
Standards.
Good, because that's how it should be.
Yeah.
Like they're all just going, flipping hell. What the, like what was that?
Yeah.
They're hungry for that win because they knew that it would have been 9. 7 is still a really good buffer considering how City are playing, and I think Arsenal will pick up wins. I think you know what? I actually think they will get to 9 at some point, but they know they could have done it now, and they're all just completely wound up at that, and that's fair enough. If you want to win a title, you have to be of that mentality and that stature. So fair play to them.
And Arsenal haven't won in 2. They've drawn both. And Man United are unbeaten for quite a while now in the Premier League. And this weekend is Arsenal-Manchester United at the Emirates. So that's a big one. Really, really big one.
What do City do? What do City fans do in that flipping? They're probably going, I'm not involved. I don't want to watch it.
Well, they've got Wolves at home, so you'd like to think that they would capitalise. However, this is the Premier League this year, mate. They might not.
Do you think they'll support United or?
Yeah. Yeah, you got to.
City support United.
You have to.
It's blasphemous.
But you have to.
They have to.
They've got no choice at that
there is
point.
no choice.
Like, they're 7 points, 8 points ahead of Manchester. They have to. They've got to hope Man United win. Do you know what?
But imagine if City flop again and United are now in their rearview mirror.
Honestly, mate, anything could happen in this season.
Crazy.
I'm just been looking at the table this whole video, and I'm like, this just blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind. Speaking of mind blowing, we buried Wolves last year, but they haven't lost in 4 as well. Wolves 0, Newcastle 0 is more about Newcastle just being really poor, in my opinion. Newcastle were awful. Anthony Gordon might not even make the World Cup squad at this point. This guy looks like he's a lost cause. But for Wolves, fair play. They're nearly at 10 poins now.
I was going to say.
They're crawling towards it.
Are they going to make double figures? I think they might.
Yeah. They'll beat Man City 1-0, mate.
No, don't go that far.
Come back on Friday to find out if I actually stand by that. I don't think I will. But no, Newcastle, I think. And this is the thing, Newcastle are in 8th. If they'd have won yesterday, they'd have been 5th. But they don't want it. Nobody flipping wants it, mate.
They don't want it.
No one wants it.
It's it's bizarre. But I will say fair play to Wolves because they needed some sort of stability. They needed some sort of calm everything down a bit.
They're in a league of their own, really, aren't they?
They are,
they're competing with themselves.
They're competing with themselves. That's completely correct because they're already relegated. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So damage limitation at this rate.
Facts. And from one side of the Midlands, we'll end it. On the other side of the Midlands, Aston Villa 0, Everton 1. What is wrong with you lot?
You do all that, yeah? You do all that against all of these teams, us included, right? And then you lose at home to Everton.
Mate, I don't understand. Why is everybody just letting Arsenal cruise control to the Premier League title? This is pissing me off, man.
It's actually mental when you look this weekend. Arsenal drew, City lost, Villa lost, Liverpool drew. Man United won, but they're in 5th.
And Chelsea won.
And Chelsea won. They're in 6th. And Brentford lost. But okay, now we're going far. But the top 4, that was the situation of it. Aston Villa had a big opportunity to put on some pressure on Arsenal here, and they bottled it in a game where they really should win. Well, I would say, though, they had a fantastic run.
Yeah,
phenomenal run. It was bound to go at some point. They were always going to lose a game. I'm just shocked it was this one.
I mean, they weren't helped by Jordan Pickford. You know, Jordan Pickford's one of those goalkeepers that can just have
clinic
best keeper in the world games. Like he can look like the best goalie in the world for individual 90 minutes, and then he'll do it again 3 months later.
His value
to remind everybody.
His value jumps. His value can jump in the space of 90 minutes from 30 to 100 million back down to 20.
Yeah. Jordan Pickford is the fluctuating footballer. That's what his new nickname is going to be. But he was magnificent. O'Brien, fantastic. Everton, defensively, brilliant. The goal that they scored, Barry Fry, Barry Manilow, it's good. It's a good goal. It's scrappy. But you've got to take your chances in these kind of games where Aston Villa at home, we've said this countless times, there's an atmosphere there. There's almost an expectancy now that they have to sustain this top 4 form. But I want to ask you about Unai Emery and his comments, because he had a bit of a meltdown post-match. And I think maybe rightly so, because such a huge missed opportunity. So he was probably like emotional in the moment. And he's like, we're not even a top 5 side. Some words to that effect. Like, what's going on? Why does nobody in this league want it?
Unai Emery, I think look, I like Unai Emery a lot. And I think that this could be his way of trying to get a kick up the backside, basically. Which I understand and great, but no, Aston Villa are a top 5 side. Right now they will finish top 4. It looks like it's one loss. I don't think there needs to be generational head loss when they've gone on a run of, what was it, 13, 14 games or something, like more, I think. I think more. And they've lost one now. Okay. Yes, shouldn't have been this one.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the reaction now. It's about bouncing back in the next one and getting themselves back on track. And if they do that, they'll be fine.
I also think they're a prime example of why everybody should be absolutely furious with Manchester City. Because Man City have got 115 charges over their head, but they're the only team capable in the January transfer window of going and spending near 100 million because they haven't quite got top table. Semenyo and Gurhi.
Fair play.
How can Aston Villa compete with that?
Fair play. Well, no, but again, Aston Villa have been doing that this season so far, and credit to them.
Well, not spending 80 million.
No, not spending. I mean, competing.
Yeah.
And what I think Unai Emery brings here, and this is why, like, I do appreciate his fallout after the game, is this is what's required at the top level to maintain, right? The fact that they went on that run and one loss like that, and he's fuming. That's what the top level requires. There's no other way. You can't be like, okay, no, yeah, we lost, but you know what? It was a good performance, and or you know, we went on a good run. We've only lost one. You can't have that. You can't say that. So Unai Emery's approach, I think, to compete at that level, to maintain at the top of the table or near there, you have to be like that. So fair play to him, because I think that's gonna help the squad as a whole. But what Man City are capable of and what they can do just going into the market like that, and not even just what they're capable of, but the fact that they're taking that action when they do need to take that action. They're addressing what they know they need to fix.
Yeah.
Fair play to them.
Fair play. There's also Brighton-Bournemouth, but that game is happening tonight.
Yes.
So we don't know what happened there, but it wouldn't affect the prediction scores, I'm afraid, Eunice. So you got to up your game, mate. It's time. It's time to pull it back. Keep it interested. I can't win again this week, surely.
You had your fun.
I've had a lot of fun. It's not actually been that fun, really, because I can't revel in the victories because we've not been here. So, you know, is what it is.
4D chess, mate.
4D chess, he says. Same as what Chelsea are doing, isn't it? Everything we do is really smart. 4D.
This 1D.
Minus 5D. Minus 5D chess. Now, Chelsea won at the weekend. We're happy with that. But anyway, make sure you're subscribed to ShootOut. If you're happy that we're back here, you know what to do. Hit the like button. Do all of that stuff that every YouTuber in history has ever asked you to do. Just please do it for us. We'll see you tomorrow. Champions League is back. Mega week of football. See you all there.